Heard me? Are y'all hearing me? So believe it or not, I had COVID-19 and I'm still in recovery stage. So I'm not going to be my usual shouting self today because I'm just recovering my voice. And I want to talk about this, the SEA Maths Handbook by Kerwin Springer, who happens to be me. Yeah, I might have COVID-19, but I will always be the same person. I might have gotten COVID-19, but I will always be the same person. So yeah, this book is parents wanted me to do a formula booklet based on the formula booklets that I did for CSEC, maths and physics and maths and that kind of thing for SEA. So I did one, all the topics, all the different topics. We have numbers, measurement, statistics, geometry. Full 4 topics in maths, all the formulae that you need to know for SEA maths. Everything is like the whole math syllabus crunched down into point format. So if you have bad notes, if you didn't take good notes in class, this is the book for you. It's like the final coat of paint for revision. This book came out last week Tuesday, and we put it in bookstores last week Tuesday or so, and we put it in bookstores, and it's already selling out. I literally have one more box here, and that I would use to top up some bookstores this week, and then we're hoping to get the next batch this week. So let me just put something on. Let me just put something on the screen. If you go to the bookstore and it's not there, it's sold out, you can WhatsApp this number 4724221 to find out what bookstores still have it. I believe Keith Cans, San Fernando, Keith Mohammed, Samoa, Jadu's, Arima, all the Nigel Arcans, Mohammed Bookstore South. So those bookstores supposed to still have it. But if you call your bookstore first and you realize that they don't have it, you can WhatsApp the number and you can order it directly from the Student Hub. The Student Hub is the publisher. You can order directly from the Student Hub and they would send it to your home within, it should arrive in 2 to 3 days if you have online banking, that kind of thing, right? So a really good book. I'm trying to make a little review of the book on Instagram so parents know exactly what they're getting. But everybody who buy it so far said their children really understand it and it really helped them in, just getting the revision together. The book costs $120 in most places. Bookstores could sell at different prices and things. So this is approximately $120. All right, people. So where are we? Let's get the show on the road. As I said, your online YouTube teacher had COVID-19. Fortunately, this is across YouTube, so even if I was still contagious, or they can't catch nothing if I cough. The only difference is that my voice get a little attack there, boy. So I missed a couple of classes this week. Arrange these numbers in descending order. There we go, descending order. So it means the largest first. What they give you little tips, boy. So I'm seeing that all of them start with 3. But number 7 here is the big boy. So it's going to be 3761, then 3671, then 3617, and 3176. Now, if at this stage in the game you're still getting this question wrong, you need to talk to yourself. You need to go and watch in the mirror and say, bro, sis, what is we really doing out here? Write the numeral that represents 313,607. 313,607. Yeah, boy, that looking good. Everybody seeing, everybody hearing, make sure they do the thing. They know the drill by now. Press like on the video. Go and find the like button. Go and find the like button. Subtract 3.52 from 7.83. 7.83 minus 3. Are you find the like button yet? Minus 3.52. If you ain't finding it, you need to close the live chat to find it. 2 from 3 is 1. 5 from 8 is 3. Don't worry, you can always bring it back up. 3 from 7, 4.3. 4.31. Everything looking good so far? Why is in the chat if you understand everything so far? Yeah, boy. So, number 4. Approximate to the nearest 100. This is the hundreds column. So, I'll be looking at you with great intent. So it's like 500 here, but there's a little problem. The number that came after the 100 column is more than 5. This number is more than 5. And if that number is more than 5, we need to give them a little boosters. Take a little boosters there, brother. This is to the nearest 100, right? Right, so that's back to Ramco gas there. What this symbol mean? This symbol here means square root, and we went through a whole list of squares. And in my new SEA Maths handbook, we have square root, square numbers, page 10. You can just go and page 11, 12, and you can just go and memorize off all your squares, all your square roots. And it's like the ideal book to just memorize off all the key things that you need to learn in the exam. So you just I don't want to call it the Bible or like the SEA Math guide, right? 9 minus 3 equal 10 minus what? What to put here? So this is 9 minus 3. So 9 minus 3 is really 6. 10 minus what? 10 minus what gives us 6? What goes in that little beautiful square there? I believe 4 should go there. And I'm seeing the chat saying 10 minus 4 is 6. So that number should be 4. Number should be 4. Change 4 and 3 7 stand in proper fraction. To change stand in proper fraction, you multiply the whole number by the denominator. 4 7s are 28, and you take that 28, that number, that product, and add it to the numerator. 28 and 3 is 31 over 7. As easy as that. As easy as that. Don't ask for any bottle on it. I'm my own special concoction later. Keep my voice in check. Write the next write the next term in the sequence. 2, 6, 18, 54. What in the world really going on here? Well, yeah, I don't think I can figure out this one. Anybody have any ideas? How much is it going up by? 4, 12, and a huge number. How much is it going up by? So the number that it went up there by, let me just work it out, but I don't think that's going to help us that much. I think I see in my way forward here. 6, 36, 36. The number that it went up by is not really helping us. There's not much in terms of the pattern here. So the next thing I check for when I'm seeing sequences, I check my square numbers, and my square numbers are like 2, 4, 9. I'm not really seeing anything here. Let's see anything. I can check my square numbers. So the next thing I'm checking like is to see if there's a multiplicative relationship here. 2 times what gives us 6? 2 times 3. Yes, and 6 could go into 18 3 times, and 18 could. Ah, boy. So we had to give them a multiply by 3. So you had to kind of check all the different little nooks and crannies and see if you could figure them out. So this looks like it's going to be 162. So we're getting back into full swing. We missed last week class, so we kind of lost our momentum. And I was really supposed to try and recover for this session here, but I can't miss another session. So you know the math teachers thing is go, you know. Even if they say we have COVID-19, we still out here teaching maths. So 40% of 50, 40% is 40 over 100 multiplied by 50. Cross out for the 20 day. We in the game. I only get 12 and a half. Something extra went on it. These zeros just cancel, and 4 by 5 make 20 earlier. Or it is. The clock is showing below. What is the time in digital notation? Well, 22. Well, no, digital notation. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We always know that it's 30, 40, 35, 40. So something 40. So it looks like 10. It's after 10, 40. 20 minutes to 11, aka 20 to 11. 135. Well, we just need to move the point. When you're going from meters to kilometers, we divide by 1,000. So we divided by 1,000. Divide by 1,000 suggests that we move the point 3 places to the left. 1.350 kilometers. So rate out of 10. How much y'all understand these 10 easy questions? Is it a 10 out of 10 for everybody? What you feeling? Now, if you have 1.35 km, that's good as well. You don't really need that zero. That's zero, not hold it any value. In the diagram below, each square has an area of 7 centimeters squared. Interesting. Calculate the area of the shape A. So this is called, you know what is called this? What we calling this? What they calling me? Mr. Counting. Call this counting. All right, I remember to not shout today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times 7 centimeters squared is 140 centimeters squared. And we in the game. 140 centimeters squared. Cool. So if you bought the items below, coffee, rice, and flour, calculate the total mass in kilograms. Here's how to watch right here, people. Sometimes these sneaky little sneaks is going to put grams here for you, you know, and all they think is kilograms and it's grams there. So you have to watch. Watch the unit. Talking to you now. You know he's make mistakes on this. Watch the unit. So it's 1 kilogram plus 4 kilograms. Well, 4 1/4. There's easy man thing. The easy man thing, or because it's like 1 plus 4 plus 12, like 15, and I just had this little quarter here. I mean, that is 17. Oh, sorry. 1 plus 4 is 5, and 12, tada 2 day, earlier, see 10. The other figure, ma'am, I am a recovering COVID-19 survivor. Wow. So 17 and 1/4 kilograms. Calculate total mass of the items. Anytime a question so easy, watch, make sure you read over all the words there. Sometimes next thing you see they say to the nearest kilogram or some kind of thing. You know? That question called a little extra easy, boy. That look like that should be half mark, not 1 mark. The perimeter of a square is 68 centimeters. Okay. 68. What is the length of one side? So if it's 68, that means each side add up to 68. So 4 sides equal 4 times a side. 4 times one side is equal to 68. So if I want to find the length of one side, I'd say 68 divided by 4. Or another thing they could tell you to do is find the area. So you have to find the length on one side, and then what would that be the area? 17 squared, because 60 divided by 4 is 17. So they're doing pretty well. They're ready for the people that make exam. Alex is making orange juice for a party. For every 1 liter of water, uses 150 mLs of juice mix. If he uses 5 liters of water, how many millimeters of juice does it? Well, 1 went up to 5, so he multiplied by 5. So I'm going to multiply you, my friend, by 5. 150 times 5. I find these questions have an easy vibe to them. Because I feel like them was supposed to ask you this answer in liters. And small thing, we can take it. So everybody know 5 by 15 is 75. So that is 750 mLs. Okay. All right. Okay. The length of the screw and the nail are shown below. What is the difference in the length between the screw and the nail? Okay, so the nail went up to 26.5, but the nail actually started at 21.5. So let's get the nail. So the nail length is 26.5 minus 21.5. How much you all think that is? I am getting, again, a 5.0. I'm getting a 5. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. How much is this screw? The screw was 25, 22. So this is 5 centimeters, and this is clearly 3 centimeters. So the difference is 5 minus 3, which is 2 centimeters. And I mean, we can see that here because this is 0.5, and this is 1, and then we have another 0.5 here in the difference and the edges. Now, how many of you all took a look at that? Like you watch the difference and the edges and you see 0.5, 1 point. That's 2. That's 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters is a good thing. What are they asking you? Which of the angles below is acute? This is the easiest paper we ever do so far in these Sunday sessions. And sometimes the first part of essay comes very easy, like suspiciously easy. And then there's do a little twist in the 20s. Complete the shape below using MN as the thing, right? Okay. As I say, this is the part of the exam where you whip out your ruler and you just, you know, you represent your whole house, you represent your whole city, you just having fun out here, enjoying yourself with your little lines and them. Make sure you do the correct thing. It must line up. So like if this point was actually 1, 2, 1, 2 to reflect, you know. It's really the points you're really looking out for, the vertices I'm talking about. They don't put dots on them, or they don't go and put no dots on them, just doing that to show you where there. So once you could get like the points, like where they're supposed to be, like you line them up with the other one and you see how far apart, you're in the game. That's the best way to check it and not make any mistakes in this. 40 questions. People answering in the chat. Then people know what they're doing. Then people know what they're saying. So what they want you to draw complete the net. Now it's important that you don't do any wildness here. Like if you complete the net, the safest thing to do is just echo this. You know, mirror that per box there. Now some of you all know that you could really put the box anywhere here, but the box will be different shapes. If you have it here now, it will be shaped a little differently. Think about it. So let me just be safe and put the net like this. So okay, yeah. So like if you put the net this way, the box would have to go out a little more now. So it's too risky. That's too risky. So let me just put the box on the left like that and make sure it look the exact same like that. Now if you notice, I'm not using a ruler. That don't mean you're not using a ruler in the examiner. When the teacher drawing online and thing, they might be able to pull out ruler every time and thing. Use a ruler now. Be serious out here. The table below shows the apples eaten by 3 students in a class for the week. A total of 26 apples were eaten. I don't teach English, so I'm not even going to straight on that. So 26 apples is everybody here. Okay, so how much you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't have 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. So let me call each half 1. So this is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13 halves. 13 halves. In all, you understand? Oh, I think you see what I'm thinking. So 13 halves equals 26 apples. So how much is 1 half? 1 half would be equal to 26 divided by 13, because everybody knows how to find for 1 you divide. So that's 2 apples. So every half apple here is 2 apples, but they want every whole apple. So 1 apple is equal to this thing, 1 drawn apple, and then you write 1 apple equal 4 apple. But I mean, one of this represents 4 apples, and I can prove it. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and since this is a halfie, it can just be 2. And you can make it 26, which is how much we wanted. Niceness. But you see how I think about it in halves instead to make my life a little easier, right? I hope all you see that. The incomplete bar graph below shows the number of students and color of their t-shirts at sports day. I need a little drink of my special brew day earlier. If my voice starts to song a little break up and thing, remind me to take a little drink of the special brew. Remember, I recover it. The pandemic had reached out by me. A total of 100 students were present on sports day. Draw the bar to show the number of students who wore purple t-shirts. So it must add up to 100 in all. It must add up to 100 in all. So what I like to do is just write a little number here, 30, 20, so I could see it now by 20, 10. And when you see it, you see it. So I feel this being sick make my jokes get a little more lame by. So 50, 20, and 10 this make like 30, so this make 18 all. And you see now, when I add up all of that, it make 18 all. So I feel they need an next 20 here just to complete it off, just to make the things, everything right with the worldly. Boom, bam, bing. Niceness. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the quality of that bar. All right, so some fractions addition here. So we can do it in a couple of ways. One of the most popular ways where the students add the whole and the fraction. So let's do that. So if we're adding up the wholes, we'll be like 4 plus 2. We're adding up the wholes earlier. It's 6. We're coming back to that. Let's go into the fraction land now. Fractions. So into the fractions will be 2/3 and 4/5, which have a little problem here in that they have the different denominator situation taking place hereby. So when you have different denominators and you have that different denominator situation, you need to find a little LCM for them. So, and I was taking a little survey, and a lot of you all told me you just use one number like this instead of splitting it up into 15. It don't matter. But in secondary school, most likely you'll be doing this. This is what we normally do in secondary school to just make our life easier now. We just use one denominator to represent both of the equivalent fractions that we're going to make here. So the LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So we just use 15. 3 into 15 is 5. And 5 by 2 is 10. You all catch that, right? We do a lot of this already. 5 into 15 is 3. And 3 by 4 is 12. So you end up with 22 over 15. That's a problem. That is a problem. I mean, is a whole problem. That way SE is 40 problems. We're here to solve the problem. So 22 over 15 22 over 15 is an improper fraction. So we need to change this into a mixed number because we need to do a little piece of trick here. So changing this into a mixed number, you'll understand this is going to be 117 over 7 over 15 because 15 can go into 22 one time with the remainder of 7. Check it up and see. Check it up. So the 7/15ths will get to remain in fraction land. But you see this 1 here? You see this troublesome 1 here? People, all you see now 1? All you know what's happened. Here, they take a transportation over here. And now we would say 6 plus 1 is equal to 7, right? So the answer is 7 and 7/15ths. So that's the way how you add fractions using the wholes and the fractions separately. You could also change both of them into improper fractions and do your thing. Do your thing in big. 2/5 of a number is 18. What is 4/9 of the number? So 2/5 represents 18. So therefore the whole number, the whole, and how do we find for the whole? Once again, in my SCA handbook, I just have a quick thing, finding for the whole. Or you find for the whole, you invert, you multiply, you talk to God, make sure you make no mistakes. So 18 multiplied by 5 and 2. Everybody know that trick. Some people is put the 5 and 2 first. Then I'm going and change the price of milk. So 9 by 5 is 45. So the number is 45. So now they want to know what is 4/9 of the number, but the number is 45. And 9 can go into 45 5 times. 5 4s are 20. Real 20s and 4s and thing, boy. These are easy man paper. Down to the answers and all repeated. Circles are numbered in the first paper. The first 2 papers we do was kind of challenging. Circles are numbered in sequence from 1 to 1. I'm glad we get a little easy paper for me to ease back into the Sunday revision sessions. All right. No longer trying to start a read this question. Circles are numbered in sequence from 1 to 126. Cody is sticking 7 circles in order on 1 sheet of paper. How many sheets of paper does Cody need? All right, 7 circles in order on 1 sheet of paper. So we have circles from 1 to 126. So we have 126 circles. 126 circles in the sequence. Technically, they could have say like maybe 10 to 1 and make we do a little subtraction need to start with, but okay, they wanted easy things. 126 circles, right? and we want groups of 7. So this is grouping, groups of 7. Now, anytime you're grouping, your idea is that you're doing some division. So people are telling me the answer is 18. So let me try. I don't know what is 7 times 18 offhand. So let's say 18 times 7. 7 it's a 56, and 7 by 1 is 7 plus the 5 would make 120. Exact. All right, so let me talk a little bit about this question. So, all right, the answer is 18. In this question for SE, when it comes like this, there is, this also comes as well in SE. There is the chance of the number not working out exact, like it might be 1 to 127. And if you get one extra, it would mean you need a whole next sheet of paper, even if you don't get to stick the full 7 on the paper, right? Well, you know what I'm talking about? So if there's extra, you need a whole next sheet of paper, even if it's just 2 extra you're sticking. So it is 18. On what sheet of paper will the circle number 27 be found? So this is a nice little question here, a nice little follow-up. So remember, I divided by 7. So 7 goes into 27 how much times? Is it 4? Is it, well, 3 times? Is it 3 times? 3 times. But why are we not going to put the answer 3 here? That's 3 7s are 21. And 4 by 7 is 28, right? But why are you not going to put the answer 3? Since 3 is the one that, for the same reason I said, is you'll have 3 papers. Think of it. You'll have 3 papers. All of them have 7 circles on them. La 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 la. One star circle, 7 circles. But this paper will have 6 circles. So you actually, the number 27 will be on the 4th sheet of paper. Yeah. Seeing it? So number 27 will be on the 4th sheet of paper. Although if you divide it by 7, you're only getting 3 remainders something. The remainder is actually filling out the 4th paper as we speak. The 4th paper are getting dealt with the remainders here. So although you get 3 whole numbers and you only get, remainder 6, this is being filled out, that 4th sheet of paper. So watch out for them questions. I'm really glad it had that second part to make, watch out. Sasha has 8 marbles, and the sum of Celine's and Ashley's marbles is the square of Sasha's marbles. Okay, then. This is bacchanal. You know what you call this? Bacchanal, boy. This is the kind of thing we coming back out here to do, boy. I thought this was an easy paper. Sasha has 8 marbles. So if you take Celine and Ashley's marbles and add them together, you're going to get the square of Sasha's marbles. You're going to get 8 squared, which is 64. Fine. And now Celine and Ashley, there's a difference. Celine has 14 more. 14 marbles more than Ashley. You know what we call this? Well, this is, excuse me. Yeah, boy, Jada, boy. This is an unequal sharing question. So it involves unequal sharing. Unequal sharing. And with unequal sharing, especially this style of unequal sharing, your go-to move is to remove the excess. So you can equal up the sharing. Yeah, bye, Dylan, bye. And for those of y'all who inquiring, yeah, my son, everybody's good. No, everybody's good now. It's just like small thing now. So everybody's good. So the go-to move is to remove the excess. You see, like Celine had the same amount Ashley had, right? Plus 14. So if I remove this excess, I have to remove it from the 64. It means both of them will have the same amount now. And then I could do my thing. I could do my thing earlier. So removing the excess. So removing 14. I need to remove it from the total. I'll get 64 minus 14, which will be equal to 50. So it means the two equal quantities that they have now. The two equal quantities that they have now, maybe Patrick, maybe. Pat animates, add up to 50. So it means that Ashley has 25, Celine has 25 plus the 14. So those of you all who put in the 25 in the chat, you all saw it. It's 25. Everybody understand this? Now, I think the best way to teach the most SEA students unequal sharing is so that they could see it in the graphical approach, meaning using bars, right? The handbook, the SEA handbook, I have one here. It costs $120. So it's really nice for the student who is middle to tops to get this book. If you still need a lot of work, you probably, I mean, you can still get the book, but you would need to get some additional help, right? You need to get some additional help. This book not going to teach you from scratch. This is a book where you're going to see a lot of formulae, you're going to see a lot of quick notes and tips and that kind of thing. It's 120. It's in the bookstores right now, but it's rapidly running out. So hopefully I can get a restock soon. But I can't go anywhere, you see, so I would need to get somebody to restock. A pattern is formed using dots as shown below. What's really going on in this pattern? These squares are there. How many dots will form figure 7? Well, figure 1 is really 2 squared, and figure 2 is 3 squared, and figure 3 is 4 squared. So I am seeing that figure 7 is 8 squared. So that is a good 64 dots, right? That was easy. I'm feeling like a boss for thinking of that. All right, look, Sadie, you get the book already? Oh. Wait. Lene. Anjali shared a bag of chocolates with her friends. She gave a quarter to Kim and 2/5 of the remainder to Peter. All right, what fraction of the chocolates did Peter get? So this is our combination, and I'll do a little work session on fractions, not next week, the following week. Very likely the following week. If I can squeeze it in next week, I'll do it one time too. So this is a combination of fractions and the remainder section in fractions. The chances of this showing up in SEA this year is practically 100%. You're going to get some kind of fractions, remainder, something, maybe twice. So you need to know what to do in these questions. If she gave a quarter to Kim and 2/5 of the remainder, first I need to find what the remainder is. So the remainder will be 4/4 minus a quarter, which is 3/4. You understand? This is the remainder because she gave a quarter to Kim and big man is getting 2/5 of the remainder. Now, anytime you see the word of, what can this be replaced by? The word of can be replaced by multiply. So 2/5 of the remainder to Peter. So Peter gets 2/5 of 3/4. So 2 by 3 is 6. 5 by 4 is 20. Wait, we could do a little breaking down here first. Like say 2 into this 1, 2 into this 2, and end up with a 3/10 instead. 6 out of 20, 3/10. And we in the game. What fraction of the total number of chocolates did Anjali give her friends? Well, yeah, remember, Kim got a quarter and Peter got 3/10. A quarter plus 3/10 is how much? One quarter plus 3/10. LCM of 4 and 10 is 20. 4 could go into 20 5 times, 5. 10 could go into 20. 2 times, 2 times, 2 3s, 6. So you have 11 over 20 when you add it up. Good things. Good things. So I'm seeing a bunch of questions. I'll answer some of the questions just now. Let's try and work towards the end of the paper. I'll answer the questions in the end. I hope I can make it to the end. So there are 800 seats at a stadium. Of these, 520 are filled. What percentage of the seats are empty? Well, if 520 filled, 800 minus 520 are empty. 800 minus 520 is 280. So what percentage of the seats are empty? So 280 divided by 800 multiplied by 100 over 1. That's how we work out percentage. Fraction multiplied by 100. So boop, bap, and 8 could go into 28 no amount of times. But 4 could go into 8 2 times. 4 could go into 28 7 times. 2 could go into 10 5 times. 7 by 5 is 35%. You all see how I got that? So just to work out your percentage, you find out how many seats were empty, put it over the whole, and multiply by 100 over 1. So I'm okay now, and I just had my voice, and I could sneeze sometimes and that kind of thing. If 45% of the seats at the stadium are filled, how many seats are empty? So this is a brand new question then. So you're just using the 800. So let me say we had 800 seats, right? And 45% of the seats are filled. So you start over scratch now. You should indicate that. But 45% of the seats are filled now. How many seats are empty? But if 45% are filled, it means 55%, the remaining percent, are empty. So I want 55 over 100 multiplied by 800 over 1. And I'm going to just work this out like a boss. Yeah, boy. 8 times 55 is how much earlier? 55 times 8. How much you'll get? You'll be surprised at the silly mistakes people make with this. 440. So 8 5s are 40. 8 5s are 40 and 444. So 440. Very silly mistakes. So some people just work out the 45% and forget to work out. Or you can work out the 45%, but you have to subtract from 800. A water company's rates are shown below. 0.25 liters per minute, 0.4 liters per minute. Zach filled water from pump 1 for 20 minutes, and then he filled water from pump 2 for 10 minutes. What is the total amount of water Zach filled? That is question from question land. Now let's try and do this question here. Now, I'm not sticking. Everything's supposed to be coming across smooth. So if it's sticking nice on your end. So this question starts to get a little, I see people saying they want it harder. So this question a little more challenging. So pump 1 for 20 minutes. Well, 0.25 liters in 1 minute, So in 1 minute in pump 1, you get, so in 10 minutes, how much are you going to get? Multiply by 10, right? And multiply by 10, move the 0.1 to the right. So 2.5 liters. Right. And then you fill pump 2 for 10 minutes. So in pump 2, I'm seeing that they have 1 minute, you would be able to fill 0.4 liters. This pump pushing a little more by. So in 10 minutes, how much you going to get in this pump? How much you going to get in this pump, Alia? In 10 minutes. Oh, pump 1 was 20 minutes. It wasn't, I put 10 minutes here. Shucks. It was 20 minutes earlier. So in 20 minutes, it will be 0.25 multiplied by 20, which is literally a quarter of 20, which is 5. All right, so let me just do the working up here in case people want to see this. 20 multiplied by 0.25 is equal to 5. I don't even want to do, I want to show you what you would do for this. 0.25 is a quarter. So in your mind, you would say a quarter of 20, which is 5, right? 4 could go into 25 times. So 20 minutes is 5 liters, and 10 minutes in this one will be 4.0 liters because you just move the point this way. So the total amount would be adding how much you got in this pump and that pump together. 4 and 5 is 9 liters. Excellent. Excellent. A container and a cup are shown below. Jared is filling the container with juice using the cup. All right, boy Javin, how many cups of juice does he need to fill the container completely? Well, I am seeing that 125 here. And that 125 is how much of an 8? How much in terms of 8s? 125 in terms of 8s is 1/8, isn't it not? Isn't it not? Isn't it not? Is that a good thing to say as far as English is concerned? Isn't it? Isn't it is good enough? Isn't it? 125 is 1/8. So how many cups of juice will he need? Well, in one, how many 8s do we have here? We have 8 8s make 1, right? And then we have 3 8s. And each cup is 1/8. So I would be like, oh, how much cups are you feeling, boy? We're thinking strategically here. Had to be 11, had to be 11, because there are 8 cups to make the 1 liter, and then an additional 3 cups to make the 3 8s. Yeah, because each cup is 1/8. So it's gonna be 11 cups. 11 cups. So we could do this question just analyzing the fractions alone. We can do this question just analyzing the fractions alone. We could also do the long way where we change this into milliliters as well. So 375 milliliters, because 3 8s represent 375, and you divide by 125, and you just break this down until you end up with 11 watching in your face. Right? 11 cups. Number 30. We finally reached the good old number 30. At an event, 20% of persons are wearing red. 2/5 are wearing green. 0.3 are wearing blue. So this is a question, and it comes in SEA, where they combine percentage, fractions, and decimals in the same question. And then they begin to ask you stuff. And the remaining 4 persons are wearing yellow. So this is a number here. How many persons are at this event? What do you think you're going to do? So put the answer in the chat. Let me just go and drink some water. Going to wash my face. $40 persons. All right, let me see if Oli was correct. So this remaining here suggests that this is the remainder fraction. So 4 persons represents the remainder fraction, but I need to find the remainder. I need to find that remainder fraction first. Well, let's change everything to fractions. 20% is 1/5. We know that, right? That's the fifth family. And there's a bunch of family. I actually did a bunch of families in the handbook here that you need to just know offhand, like the 8th family, the 5th family, the quarters, all of these. What page is it on? Anybody have this book yet? I know Sadie says she have it. Anybody else in the chat buy the book yet? Where the families them buddy? 1919, somewhere in the fractions, man. Somewhere in the fractions, man. Yeah, with equivalent fractions. Page 32. So page 32, if you look in the fifth family here, have you seen it? I've seen it. There we go. You can just memorize off them too. And then it's in the page and of the 8s. The 8 is the big boy. The 8 is the big boy. So is a book for just quick revision. Where I could get the screen back normal. Ready. So let me just turn off this line. We're trying to find the remainder fraction earlier. We're trying to find the remainder fraction. So it's going to be what 20% is a fifth. 2/5 were in green, and 0.3 is 3/10 and not a third. 0.3 is 3/10, not a third. That's a popular mistake. So you have 1/5, and I want to add it to 2/5 because I want to get the remainder after I add up all of these guys. And 3/10. Okay. All right. If you insist. So the LCM is 10. 1/5 will be like 2/5 because 5 could go into this 2 times 2 by 1, and 5 could go into this 2 times 2 by 2 is 4/5 plus 3/10. 10. Well, 10 is just 1. 10 could go into 10 one time. So just put this back. And how much you're going to get in all? I'm going to get 9/10. It means that the remainder is actually 1/10. If everything adds up to 9/10, the remainder is 1/10. And we are really close to finding the answer here because we have the remainder. How many persons represents the remainder? So it's just finding for the whole. So, excuse me. So if 1/10 represents 4 persons, then the whole 10/10, how you find the whole? You reciprocate. 4/1 multiplied by the reciprocal of this, 10/1. So it's going to be 40 persons, and that's how everybody got that. Right? Niceness. Let's go into number 31. Excuse me. Name the solid bill. Just write it down and collect your mark and just roll out. Draw the net of the solid. 2 circles. 2 good-looking circles. Always get these circles to come out nice and pretty, boy. Ink to shape. Get it. I'll take my crooked circles. Because you see that? Right. And a kind of rectangle, so and you can put the next circle here. If you can put them circles anywhere you want to put them circle. Draw the net of this thing. Actually, you can't put them circles anywhere you want to put them. Anywhere within reason. You can't put the circle here and thing. So there's an incomplete quadrilateral on the grid below. This quadrilateral only has 1 pair of parallel lines complete the shape. Well, there are a million different ways you can do this. Are there really a million different ways you can do this? Maybe not a million, but no, not a million. But you could like make one line. You could make this line. Is a trapezium you want, right? What's the most popular one that you all would do? Maybe this. I'll agree these two are parallel, and you're good to go. But if you extended the trapezium to here to here, that's still get correct. What you can't do is make it like this. See, if you do that, you lost marks there. Yeah, I mean, you're not losing marks. You get no marks there. You get no marks. Because that means 2 pairs of parallel sides. Tamira has 5 similar triangles. Each triangle has 2 equal sides. Name the type of triangle that Tamira has. Isosceles. Isosceles have 2 S, boy. Isosceles. Isosceles. Each triangle has 2 equal sides. Okay. Tamira joins the triangles to form the shape below. All right, Tamira, use a triangle joiner, boy. Write down the name of the shape. Oh, wait, draw two lines of symmetry. This is something that I started watching for in SEA too. Sometimes they have B here and they have a question here sneakily and people just leave out this question. One way to really not leave out questions is to watch all the marks. Like the marks not displayed here, but you'll see your marks displayed now. So make sure that you're collecting each mark as you go along, right? It's a common thing for students to leave out little piece of question like this. So lines of symmetry, this could be one here. That's easy. And where's another one? Where's another one? Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few. There are not quite a few. Not sure if there's another line of symmetry here. This is a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, there could be problems with pentagrams. Pentagons to find a line of symmetry. Eh? Pentagon. Let me just write. We know it's a pentagon because it has 5 sides. But how many lines of symmetry in a pentagon? You could get 5 in a regular pentagon. You could get 5, full 5. All right. Well, this may not be drawn to scale because I find like it's supposed to run along that line and it. All right. So you can get 1, 2, 3. Did I get the last one? 4, and the red one is 5. So any one of those lines of symmetry would work. We cooking it Ramco gas, and we also have that in the SEA Bank SEA Maths Handbook. We have the shapes and their properties. Yeah, boy. So let's keep going. Charlene has in her pockets 2 $20 notes, 3 $10 notes. Wait, we leave out anything? Nah. And 3 $5 notes. Charlene wants to buy the vase. Charlene, what are you gonna do with that vase, right? Or vase, vase? How much more money does she need? All right, so let me just work it out. 2 20s, 40. I don't even need to really show all that, right? And 3 10s, 30, and 3 5s, 15. Add up everything here. How much are you gonna get? 85. That's cool. Everybody see any board? Who is that? Who you wanna ban? Rishon, why you spamming the chat? All you know I see in Rishon. I know Rishon. I know this Rishon Thompson. He from my class. He's winning every rock, paper, scissors game we play. Not everyone, but he real good in that. Rishon, stop spamming the chat before after ban you. So 85. 109.45 minus 85. And how much you all got? How much more money you need, Yale? Well, you need that 45 cents. And then you need 5 from 9 is 4. And then 8 from 10 is 2. 24.45. $24.45. You need a little $24.45 again. $24.45. What y'all think? That's something good? We add up how much you have and we subtract from the cost. Yeah, boy. We coming down to the end. 18 pence were bought at $1 each and sold at 2 for $3. What is the profit? 18 pence bought at $1 each, sold at 2 for $3. 18 pence, $1, 2, $3. Okay. So it costs me $18 to buy out all these pens. It costs you $18 to buy these pens. If 18 pence is $1, then $18 for all, right? For all. Alima-san watching Moana. It was actually going good first time. First time I see that show actually. Zoom in a little more, they say. So how much we making? We selling them 2 for $3. So that's 9 pairs. Because if you have 18 divided by 2 is 9. So we get 9 groups of $3 each. That making sense? Because we selling them 2 for $3. So 9 groups of $3. So 9 pairs for $3 each. That means 9 by 3 is $27 for all. This is the cost, and this is how we sell it. That's okay. So we sold it for $27, all of them. And now we're going to subtract 27 minus 18 to find good old profit. 2 up, bring across the 1. What is that? Is that 9? Is that $9 profit? $9 profit. $9, boy. Not bad. You make a $9. You could buy 1 doubles. The tally chart below shows the votes obtained by 4 students for the post of group leader. 31 students voted. Complete the tally and frequency for Noah. Well, let's see how much we have in all. So it seems like we have what? 10, 22 in all. 22 so far. I add it up, I get 22 so far. That's correct. Because 7 and 3 is 10 plus 12 is 22. But there are 31 in all. So to go from 22 to 31, you know you need a 9 more. You're needing that 9 more. 9 more, right? So we need 9. But to tally up 9, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's correct. And let's get number 37. Wanda has 8 kilograms of flour. She used 1 kilogram and 450 grams to make a batch of muffins, 3 kilograms and 650 grams to make some bread. How much flour did Wanda use altogether in terms of kilograms and grams? What is the little extra line for? So you have 1 kilogram and 450 grams. You have 3 kilograms and 650 grams. And add them up. Add. You will get these 5 and a 5 giving you 1. So you're going to get actually 11. You understand? 6 and 4 and 1 make 11. So one of the 1 from the 11 will stay here for the grams, but 1 comes across here. So you end up with 5 kilograms, 100 grams. You all understand this? Why is in the chat? Why I mean yes? See Tamara holding it down. How many of you all were here from the beginning? How many of you all haven't missed a single Sunday revision session yet? Haven't missed a session yet. Next week we may very likely be doing one of the long sessions because I will have to catch back up. The people in the Google Classroom actually one test ahead of me right now because we didn't get to do last week. How much flour does she have remaining? Well, she has 8 kilograms in all. 8 kilograms, 0 grams. And she used 5 kilograms, 100 grams. So I'm seeing that this is going to be 2 kilograms, 900 grams. Very easy. How many of you all missed only 1? So 8 kilograms. Yeah, so this is how you would subtract this. You could do it in your mind. You know, 5 from 8 is 3, and you know you have 100, so it'll actually borrow. I don't want to use the word borrow. It will take 100 from one of the whole kilograms, and yeah, then about 900. So you could be like, it could be like 100 can't subtract from 0, so I'll need to take one of the kilograms here. This turns to 7 kilograms. And what this would give me here, this would give me a good 1,000 grams, right? 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. And 1,000 take away 100, that's how we get the 900 here. And 7 take away 5, that's how we get the 2 here. So 2 kilograms, 900 grams is the answer. So some people missed 1, some people missed none. Big up y'all. Let's see if we can get in straight up the exam. How many batches of muffins can Wanda make with the remaining flour? What is all with all of these hard questions, boy? How much you need to make one batch? She uses 1 kilograms, 450 grams to make a batch of muffins. Hey, she can make 2. So if you need 1 kg, 450 grams for 1 batch, and you have 2 kilograms, 900 grams. If I multiply this by 2, I would see that I'll get 2 kg, and the 2 by 450 is 900, which is how much you have remaining. So she can make 2 batches. That was easy. Sometimes these questions would come a little more difficult in the division and multiplication. So look out for them. How much more questions we have to go, people? Just 3 more? Not bad. So I did it. I managed to teach the Sunday revision class while recovering from COVID-19. How many of you all knew someone either in your house or really close who got COVID-19? In a fruit stall, only bananas and pears are sold. There are 300 fruits in all, and the number of pears is 3 times the number of banana. How many pears are there in the stall? So this is a question on ratios. Look at people, no people. Me, 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 me. I, me, 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 me. Real people, why? So this is a question on ratios, and there are 300 fruits, and it only has bananas and pears, and the number of pears is 3 times the number of bananas. So 3 times the number of bananas. So you have 3 pears for every 1 banana. You understand? And when you have ratios, you can add up the parts to do what you had to do. 3 to 1 means 4 parts. Could be thought of as unequal sharing as well. 4 parts in all. And 4 parts must be equal to 300. So 1 part would be equal to 300 divided by 4. How much times can 4 go into 100? 25. So how much times can 4 go into 300? 75. You all agree? So 75 fruits represent 1 part. I don't want to say bananas or pears because it could be either one. 75 of them represent 1 part. So if you're trying to figure out how many pears, it'll be 3 times the 1. 3 times 75 is equal to 225. So 225 pears. And how many bananas? 1 times 75, which is 75. That's how you work out these kind of questions. So if the chat is distracting, you could always mute the chat and just focus on me. The chat will be the chat. There are some people who understand the questions who have done it already. They are in the Sunday revision class and I'm just feeling the talk and thing. So 3/5 of the pears are edible and others are rotten. Oh gosh, some of the pear gone to waste. How many pears are rotten? Well, if 3/5 are edible, 2/5 are rotten. And they want to know how many, so the number. So 2/5 of the total number of pairs. So 2/5 and the remainder, 2/5 of mean multiply 225. So 5 can go into 225, 5 can go into 20, 4 times, and 5 can go into 5. Well, 25, 5 times. So, and we want 2 times 45, it's 90. 90. Right? 2/5 of 225 is 90. 90 pairs written. There are a lot of written pairs, but oh gosh. You have a whole stall and 90 pairs written and you're doing something. A box can hold 25 bananas. How many boxes I needed to pack all the bananas? 3 boxes, because I don't remember that it had 75 bananas earlier. Didn't catch me with that. It had 75 bananas. That one was an easy one. This one was a cake and ice cream. I should see some cake and ice cream emojis. Hey, look, they're going to spin the windmill by. The diagram below shows the blades of a windmill labeled A, B, C, and D. What fraction of a turn does blade C make if it turns in a clockwise direction to the position of blade D? Well, you have to remember clockwise means going in the direction of the clock, right? So that's this way. If you're down clockwise, would start off going in a that direction against from south to, what is this, west. So it'll be going in this direction. So, and it went from C to D. So what fraction of a turn is that? Now that's this turn, right? That's a quarter of the turn. Is that a quarter? Quarter turn is also called 90 degrees. Quarter turn is also called 90 degrees or a right angle. How many quarter turns does blade C make if it turns in an anti-clockwise direction to the position of blade D? So if it went this way, anti-clockwise, how many quarter turns would it make? Now, they're not asking you to write 3/4 now. They're asking you to literally say how many quarter turns. So it'll make 1, 2, 3 quarter turns. So I just need to put 3. If I put the number 3/4 here, I will get it wrong, right? Be careful. These questions are generally easy, but what they want in their answer, students sometimes misinterpret it and put their own thing. And they basically understand the concept, but their main problem is that you're not reading the question properly. Let's go get the last set of marks in this question. Through how many degrees does blade B turn in an anti-clockwise direction to reach the position of blade D? Oh God, once it starts turning with this thing by blade B to blade D anti-clockwise, from B to D, it don't matter which direction you turn, it's going to be 180 degrees, a straight angle, because it just went this way, or even if it went that way, it will still be 180 degrees. If blade A travels 100 centimeters in a whole turn, how many half turns will it take to make 250 centimeters? I don't even need to look at the blade to do this one. So one whole turn is equal to 100 centimeters. Well, since they're talking about half turns here, maybe we figure out how much is a half turn. A half turn would be equal to 50 centimeters. That just makes sense to me. That just making sense. That making sense to you? If one whole turn taking 100 centimeters, then halfway through, it will be 50 centimeters. And let's say it took 250 centimeters. To figure out how many half turns, I just divide by how the distance a half turn is, 50 centimeters. And how many times 50 can go into 250? 5. So 5 half turns. I'm put the word half, spell it out, 5 half turns. That makes sense for you all. 5 half turns. So these questions, it's best that you understand the entirety of fractions and things, so you can really break down the question and analyze it properly instead of trying to memorize off certain things. The table below shows the points obtained by 2 players in 4 rounds. These are the rounds. These are the points. Calculate the mean number of points obtained by Lucas. Okay, let me see if I can hack this question. I cannot. Seems like we have to add up. That's the way. 58, 59, 57, 42. Y'all, new people, don't forget to press like on the video now so that YouTube could share it up. It seems like I could take this 2 and put it here and get 9. 9 and 9 make 18, and 8 again make 26. So let's just put a 6 there. Let's take this 2 and bring him here. So this 2 goes in the 10 column. So 5, 5, 5. That's 15, 19, and 2. So that's 21, 216 in all. And we need to divide this by 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the total. So 216 divided by 4. 216 divided by 4 is 54. 4 could go into 21 5 times and bring across the 1, the remainder 1. 4 could go into 16 4 times. So 54. Hey, I could put the total here one time, right? 216. And calculate the mean, it will be 54. How many points did James score in round 3? Well, I could work that out because James scored a total of 180 points. Right? 180 points. So I can add up and subtract. So 42, 64, somebody ripping some tassa in the background there by. And 2 and 4 is 6 and 7 is 11. Understand? And what is this? Is this 14? Because 6 and 4 make 10, plus 1 and 3 make, so they are 141 so far. So 39 points missing. Did I do that correctly? Let me just double check. Let me just double check. You all got that? 2 and 4 and 7 and yeah. Did I write down the right thing? Yes, 39. So why some people have 37 is a little strange to me. So 39, feeling like I need to double check. It's 37. It's 37. Let me double check again. So 42 and 64 and 37. And I want to add up these and then subtract. So 2, 4, 7, 6, 7, 11, 1. Bring across the 1. 141. 141. Who they asking? Calculate how many points did James score in round 3? Oh my God. I'll blame it on the COVID-19. So why I was saying 11? I don't know. I'm saying 2, 4, and 7 is 11. Oh yeah, boy. So 2, 4, and 7 is not 11. 2, 4, and 7 is 13. 2, 4, and 7. So in my mind, I was probably seeing 5 and 6. Yeah. So I don't know. So 2, 4. See how you can make a really weird mistakes. So 143 is how they're supposed to happen. That's a weird thing. So this is actually 37 because 37, when I take 180 and I minus 143, I will get 37. And I double checked this and I didn't. I was just like a brain freeze moment there. So 37 point. 37. Big up on yourself. And a mean of 50 is required to qualify for round 5. How many more points did James need in order to qualify for round 5? So 50 times 4 would give us his total amount of points he would need. 50 times 4 is 200 points, right? So he needs to make 200 points in each round, after 4 rounds to make it to round 5. How many points Big Man have? He has 180 so far. So how much points he needs? If he needs 200 points, he needs 20 more points, right? So 200 minus the 180 is 20 points. All right, fighters. A mean of 50 is required to qualify for round 5, which means you would have needed 200 points after this round. He don't have that. You need 180 points. All those who was here from start to finish, let your names be heard. I'm going to do some shouting out here. Hopefully next week when I come in, I'll be more back to my old self. Why I multiply by 4? Because after when he's going into round 5, he'd have completed 4 rounds. Understand? So big up. Yeah, when you come back next week, I'll be back to my old self. So the energy will be a little more, but I didn't want to skip out this week at all. Remember, you can get your SE Maths handbook. This is especially for students who like middle ground to top in SE already, and you need a little book to help you just scan through everything real fast. This book will come in real nice. It's like condensed notes and formulae and that kind of thing. So what else I could say, boy? It's available in bookstores. You can just order it from this number that's underneath, scrolling under the screen there. Until we meet again, it's all love, it's all blessings. Either next week or the following week, I'll be focusing on fractions alone. I'll be spending a week to focus on that alone. I get some requests for that. So look out. Shout out. You should be seeing your name flashing across the screen now. Mikai and Darion and Rishma and Ilakaya and Avery and Janelle wishing everybody Valentine's Day. Big up yourself. Noah, Katie since day one. The names just jumping out. Real plenty. Rishon, who was misbehaving earlier on. Trishon, Savage, Cameron. Shouting out like about 10 more people. Malia. Boom. Bang. Bang. Krishant. Ethan. Tracy. Avery. Denise. Yeah. And what's up? Till we meet again, people. Till we meet again. So anybody have any questions before I run out? Any quick questions? Not seen any questions. Remember, everyone can do well in maths. If you know what the answer to 1 + 1 is, the book not available in any bookstores in Tobago yet. I don't know if Nigel Arcans have a branch in Tobago because they supposed to have sent it to all the branches. But you could always order it online, and people from Tobago have been getting texts from us because we say send it in the post and it comes like in 2 to 3 days. If you can add 1 + 1 and get 2, you can do everything. 1 + 1 is 2. It means you can start a build from 1 + 1 is 2 to learn everything in maths. You just need to figure out how you learn and how you remember stuff. Right? Now, this book doesn't have a bunch of questions. And this is not like a question bank. This is not a question bank. Next year, I may create a bunch of sample papers and that kind of thing. But I don't have the time to pull out all my sample papers and make it into booklets. So next year I may do that, but that'll be for the next branch of SEA students. This book is more like a formula booklet. So it's more a revision tool rather than a question bank. Okay. Later, everybody. And then the broadcast now.